My job title is the Manager of Practical PD. The job that I do is I travel around the country working with schools and particularly school teachers and helping change mindset to accept digital technology, coding and the look at the future into our world. Plus we also now have Creator Kids, and Creator Kids is an incursion, plus also we're teaching teachers how to deliver a 10-step entrepreneurial program into the classroom. Really, it's also working with them on their mindset to prepare them for the future, where 50% of jobs may not exist within 10 years, but that doesn't mean it's a problem. It's actually a great opportunity for the future that these kids can come forward and use their talents in technology. They've actually predicted that when you guys finish school, you'll be changing jobs every 1 to 2 years. You'll be changing careers every 3 to 5. But what you have to remember is that one thing that's changed is when I grew up and when my parents grew up, when they left school, they got into a job and they did that for the rest of their life. They just kept doing it. To me now, I see that as quite boring, doing the same thing day after day. And you know what does the same thing day after day and does it better than anything? Have a guess. Robots. And that's what's going to happen. Robots are going to replace all those jobs that are repetitive. How soon, we're not sure. Some being replaced right now. Others might take another few years to be replaced because of the technology hasn't yet caught up. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to leave school and go and do a job and that's what I'll be doing for the rest of my life, no. But to me, that's highly exciting because it means that I can continue to learn and upskill. I can continue to be a human. Doing the same job day after day after day, we're a robot. But the robots don't eat, they don't sleep. They're the most efficient things that we've got. What's the difference between a passion and a talent? A passion comes from here. A passion comes from here. Does it mean you're good at it? You could be crap at it, but it's what you love to do. A talent is something you're good at. People might say you're good at it. You might think you're good at it, but it might not necessarily make you feel really good here. You just know you're good at it, or so other people tell you. A passion is something that's in here that says, I can't wait to get up in the morning to go and do that. Or I'm not going to get to sleep tonight because I'm thinking about getting up in the morning to do it the next day. That's a passion. So I encourage you to start looking at what your passions are, because the happiest and most successful people in the world are those who follow their passion and can create a career or a job around what they love doing. Let's have a look at this. Human intelligence. Human intelligence means our ability to learn and retain information. It goes on a flat line like this. We've only increased over the last 100 years a tiny bit more human intelligence. Then we have something called artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the ability for a machine to learn and retain. Look at that line. That means it grows exponentially. It's getting smarter and smarter, faster and faster. They've tipped in 2023 that the brain of a computer is going to be smarter than the brain of a human. The ability to learn, that is, retain information. It's only 5 years. So in 5 years' time, we're going to be passed by robots in the ability to learn. However, what's the difference between a robot and a human? Can robots problem solve? Look at a situation and go, I can solve that problem? No. You can train it to do a certain task, but they can't look at something and solve a problem. So we need to be problem solvers. Are they creators? Do they look at something and go, I'm going to create this fantastic idea? No. So that's the difference between a human and a robot. We have to be human and use our human skills of problem solving, creativity, critical thinking. So think about how many times you challenge yourself to go, I don't care even if people say I could fail, but I'm going to give it a try. Failing because you're just lazy and couldn't be bothered, that's not a good thing. But failing because you had a really good try and you tried to do something, tap yourself on the back because you've had the opportunity to learn. And we learn most when we fail. I'm extremely passionate about it. I have 4 children and I'm watching them grow and go through primary and high school, and I see the future I'm not saying I have a great crystal ball, but looking at what's coming, and I see that it is really crying out for humans to be human again and leave our industrial age of humans being trained as robots. Now humans need to go back to humanity, which is creativity, problem solving, critical thinking. And so I absolutely love that. I'm an entrepreneur myself, and I get the opportunity to work with teachers and kids on the entrepreneurial mindset. Absolutely relevant. I think they're more crucial than they have ever been, because we're working with technology, and with technology so much of that is engineering, so much of that is science, which means taking risks, which means solving problems, which means failure and learning. And with that in the future, with so much technology, particularly in our Australian environment, with extremely high wages, with extremely high costs to do anything, we're adopting technology faster than anyone else. So it's crucial that our kids understand that's a massive part of their future. Number one, find their passion. I'm a big one on finding their passion, and I think if they find their passion, they'll find that the way to excel within their passion is to adopt the technologies, to take a risk, and that's what science and maths is all about. And it goes back to the basic fundamentals, where also moving out of the industrial age, the kids will have to have a general understanding across many areas. To have their own business, they'll be their bookkeeper, they'll be their finance, they'll be their marketing person. So they'll need that scientific understanding of their product, and they'll need that mathematical understanding of how to market it, bookkeeping, all the finances that go with it. So I think it's becoming all-encompassing. But it doesn't mean that we leave our arts behind as well, because creativity is such a crucial part of it.